Today's flip learning task, we're looking at the media coverage of inappropriate sporting behaviours. This is from your Cambridge Nationals RO54 Learning Outcome 3. So the media love hysteria and sensationalism. Due to this, whenever an athlete or a coach acts out of the norm, the backlash from the media is heightened. So the media want to sell and have as many people as possible visit their websites. This is in order to generate revenue. Through sensationalism, this leads to more interest. Athletes are viewed as role models, and when they act otherwise, it causes huge controversy. Some examples are David Beckham sponsoring the Qatar World Cup, Ronaldo speaking openly out against his club, and Conor McGregor has got an array of different misdemeanours that could be viewed as poor role model. The word sensationalism is the presentation of stories in a way that is intended to provoke public interest or excitement at the expense of accuracy. When completing your flip learning, please take into account a number of things. There are two forms of inappropriate behaviour, the first of which is on-field. So this is inappropriate behaviour that has taken place whilst on the field of play. An example of which would be Luis Suarez biting his opponent. We can also have off-field examples, whereby participants of a sport act in a certain way off of the pitch, which would be out of the norm. For example, Mason Greenwood and his allegations of assault. So for your flip learning task, you need to research 3 different examples of athletes who have acted in an unconventional way within the last 3 years. On a Google Sheet, copy the hyperlinks and give a description of what each athlete has done. This will be important as you'll need this as evidence for your work. In your description, you should include what the incident was, did it take place on or off the field, how this would reflect on the athlete, and what the knock-on effects would have been for the participant. So when finding your examples, please make sure they all come from an English media source, for example the BBC, Sky Sports, or an English tabloid, and ensure they have all taken place within the last 3 years. Anything beyond that cannot be used. So that's it for your flip learning task on the media coverage of inappropriate sporting behaviours. We look forward to seeing your final outcomes on your Google Sheet when you are back in the classroom.